wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know. Ready to spend some time.
Alright, so let's get this face started. I'm taking the Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel. This came as a free product when I had placed my order for the Hourglass Friends and Family sale. Look how little this thing is. The box is so big, I would think it was a little bit bigger, but okay. This one is pretty fat. This is interesting. And it looks like we got longer brush hairs on one side. Let's see how this goes.
I think we meant to be. Didn't wanna say goodbye. If there's a chance, just tell me how. Cause time is precious, time is now. Don't wanna take it slow. Just wanna let you know.
Kinda interesting. I actually like the Merit one better because Merit and what else I've been using? Oh, the Charlotte Tilbury, because that Charlotte Tilbury, I should have used that. This is luxury, right? This, the wand is just so small. There's times that I actually use this and I won't use anything else in my brows, but for this video, I'm definitely gonna take my brow, not necessarily luxury, but this is just my go-to brow pencil. I like the way my pencil's gliding on top of that Hourglass though. And they feel like they're actually in place for a little while. Oh my gosh, y'all see this thing I have on my head? I feel like I use one of them peace out dots, and I feel like I've washed my face, I masked my face and washed my face, and I still feel like I can see where I put the circle at. So I don't know how I feel about that thing. This was my second night actually wearing it, and I'm like, is it like lightening my skin? Because you know it has retinol and all kind of like skincare things. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, but I did use it 2 days in a row, and it says you can repeat it if necessary, which I did. I think the mask, the clay mask that I had used, I think it may have aggravated the bump because it didn't look like that when I took the thing off, so that could be just my bad. But let me go ahead and finish up these brows, and then we'll be back to get into the next steps. Okay, so I went ahead and cleaned up underneath my brows with my Kevyn Aucoin. This is the shade SX12, and then I also primed my lids with the Rare Beauty eyeshadow primer. So for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go into this quad again. I've been using the Pillow Talk Dreams from Charlotte Tilbury. The video that I did with the Charlotte Tilbury products, I was like quiet in most of it, but then I talked about the highlighter. It was just me getting ready. It wasn't like I was walking you guys through the products. So this time I'm actually I want to do like a more simple look. So for eyeshadows, I have been using a lot more luxury brushes. So I have some here from Sonia G, I have some here from Wayne Goss, and also my Refer brushes, which I absolutely love. I've been using them for like the last probably 2 years at this point. Taking this Refer number 15, I'm gonna take this shade here up in the crease. This shade is just like a perfect transition color, like perfection. I love this palette. Really enjoying this one. I feel like it's so effortless. Like I don't have to build that color or anything. I can just apply it, blend it out, and move on to the next one. Like this is everything. I used that shade on my lid last time. So pretty, but yeah, I'm gonna use that same shade. I mean, like I got so many options, right? So I'm just gonna use that with my finger first. Going back with that first original brush because I did get some sparkle in the crease, but the good thing is I can blend it right on out. And I don't mind a little bit sparkle in the crease because it gives you that pop, like it opens up my eyes. I have hooded eyes, so it does help to open up my eyes. Now for the inner portion of my lid, I'm going to take that lighter shade here in the palette. Okay, I did decide to go in with a little bit of this darkest shade in the palette. Have my Refer number 14 brush. Oh, I didn't tell you what that last inner corner brush was. This is the Sonia G Mini Booster for the inner corner there. And now I'm taking the Refer 14 for that deeper shade, and we're just gonna put that towards the outer portion. And the brown actually goes more with the shirt that I'm wearing. It's a t-shirt, but oh, and I'm repping New York today. Y'all already know. I'm always repping New York. Grabbing one of my favorites. This is the Delium Tools 785. I have a couple of these. I have a couple of different color handles. Like I love this blending brush. It's just good to use as a clean blending brush to use all over and blend everything. For lashes, I'm going into the Kiss So Wispy Curated collection. I took the style Pompadour, which was the second style there, but I've already put one on, and I'm gonna go ahead and do this other one. I swear, this Kiss Lash Glue is like the best invention ever. You guys, I have been loving this Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. I've been using this like crazy this week. Ever since I did that haul. Ooh, I love this mist, guys. So I just want to spray my face, get some hydration in it, and I'm going to take my Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. This is the liquid version, and I don't really need more than one pump. I'm just going to focus this more on the center of my skin and then take whatever's left over on the outside. I love this primer, so hopefully, since I'm using a new foundation, it'll sit really nicely on top of this primer. I like to apply my concealer before foundation, so I'm opening up the Hourglass. This is their Vanish Airbrush Concealer, and mine is in the shade Maple. I used up a full size of this, so I just went ahead and got myself a mini just so I can have it back in my collection. I think the applicator is a little different. I actually have it in my empties, so I'm going to compare it and show you on the screen. I'll let you know if it's really different or not. I'm not going to get up and look now though. But this is just like the smoothest, most flawless concealer ever. I swear, this stuff is so good. Oh, and I just remembered, I want a cream contour too. Well, cream bronze. So I'm taking the Chanel Le Beige. This is the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in number 395. Soleil Tan Deep Bronze. And this is, I actually used this recently on my channel, but I just want to put it in this video as well. So we're going to take this on, I don't even know, I think this is a Real Techniques sponge, but I'm just taking that, picking it up here, and going in with the cream bronzer all around before I actually blend out my concealer. I can't find the concealer brush I was looking for, so I'm going to take the Sonia G Soft Concealer. I don't think I've ever used this to blend out my concealer, but let's see. It's a very yellow concealer, but once I go on top of it with my sponge, you'll see how it just blends in so nicely. This, I'm blending it out with a brush first because I want to maintain that coverage, and a lot of the excess product will be picked up with the sponge. I'm just taking a little bit more of that bronzer just to balance everything out because I may have blended that concealer back a little bit too far. And I did not do anything on my chin, so I'm just taking some leftover product from the brush. Oh guys, and did y'all see that Charlotte Tilbury is coming out with a cream bronzer? I'm excited about that. And if I'm not mistaken, Chanel is coming out with another bronzer collection. Is it Chanel? Chanel or Dior? I can't remember. I did see some sneak peeks. So, you know, I am a sucker for a bronzer. I feel like I just decluttered so many different bronzers and I want to try to get different ones back because bronzers have come such a long way. Like if you look at my, if you was here from my declutter videos, you'll see how like bronzers started and how they were so light before, and now they're like giving us like exactly what we need, and I am here for it. So excited about that stuff. Since we're using cream products, I want to take my Merit stick. This is the Bounce highlighting stick. I think the shade name is Bounce. So I want to go ahead, I'm just going to take this with my fingers and I want to apply some right up under here on the high points of my face. Now it is foundation time. So I have the #1 is Chanel. This is their Red Camellia Revitalizing Foundation. Here's a look at the bottle here. So it says this is enriched with red camellia oil. This moisturizing fluid foundation helps protect the skin from external aggressors and maintain a youthful appearance. It also helps soften skin and provide all-day comfort. With continued use, the complexion appears more beautiful and radiates with a youthful glow, luminous finish, and has buildable coverage. And it says it's for the face. So yeah, we're gonna take this. Again, mine is in the shade BD121. I did swatch this when I first got it. I'm gonna start with the one pump for now and just disperse it on this side. Definitely scented, but most luxury products are quite scented. They always have some kind of fragrance in them. And update, I told you guys I did use some of the samples that Chanel had sent for skincare, and I feel like that's where this bump came from, honestly, because immediately after I used it, I got that bump. So I only ended up using it for that one night, and what, 4 days later, here we are with this bump. That shine, it's like a nice luminosity to the skin. Definitely gives you a glow. So as you know, this is supposed to have like skincare benefits so that it makes your skin better with wear over time. And you know, that's a common theme, as I mentioned on my channel earlier this year. Like this year is all about skin, apparently. So not necessarily a full coverage. It says the coverage is buildable, but I honestly don't want to build. I'm okay with this one layer. I'm actually pretty okay with this. The shade match. Actually, the shade match is pretty on point, but I'm just gonna blend it down my neck a little bit. I don't necessarily like the way it's looking in this crease over here. Let's see if I can take a sponge and try to get that up. Just a little drop of foundation for more coverage on my nose and above my mouth. Oh, see, that did the trick, honestly. That, okay, maybe not so much. That crease is looking like, I don't know, but after I set, maybe it'll get a little bit better. So I'm gonna take my Merit stick, and this actually gives me pretty decent coverage, this Merit stick, because it's more of a foundation, but it's like a anything kind of thing, anything kind of situation. So I just want to put this in the corners more, just for a little bit more coverage there in those inner portions, because y'all, I told y'all my allergies have been going ham, so I need the coverage underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna add some here too as well. And we'll do a light blending with the sponge. I'm testing out a new powder today. This is the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder. And I picked mine up in the same shade as the foundation, which is number 121. So here's what this packaging looks like. I've never used this. I've never even opened it before. So you have the puff here. I'm not gonna dirty up my puff though. Rather large sifter. I don't like when powders have like this much space. So I'm just gonna open up a little bit of this tape that's covering the sifter. I don't like when too much powder comes out. So I'm just gonna, ooh, that's looking a little deep. Oh, speaking of powders, let me tell you, I use this Patrick Stardust, the one size powder, and again, something else that's like just a little bit too deep. And I'm thinking this may be a little bit too deep as well. I'm gonna set pretty lightly. I'm just taking this fluffier brush. Oh, this actually may have been too much. So I'm just gonna, oh yeah, that darkened it. Oh no, this is darkening underneath my eyes. I can probably use this powder all over my face, but not underneath the eyes. So we're having a Mayday moment here. So I just grabbed the Say Airbrush powder and I'm setting underneath my eyes with that. Woo! That definitely darkened up the concealer that was underneath my eyes. That Chanel powder. But for all over the face, I'm going back in with that same brush that I had. And let's, oh gosh, this may be good in the summertime for me. Because it feels good on the skin. It's just darkening up my makeup a little. I mean, I guess it's a good thing when Chanel's making something that's a little too deep for me, right? Because then, first of all, there's hope for more deeper bronzers, cream bronzers. And there's just, you know, options. So I would probably, for the powder, if I wanted to use it to actually set my concealer and stuff, I would have to get a lighter shade. But I think I am gonna keep the shade. This is actually a really nice color. I think it'll be really nice for the summertime, but I'm just trying to go in with that Say powder just a little bit more. Try to salvage underneath the eyes. Not for nothing, that powder looks good on my skin. Everything looks so smooth and locked in and loaded. Okay, I ain't mad at it. I'm just, again, I picked the wrong shade. I want to definitely once again spray with the Peach and Lily. That feels good. Just hydrate a little bit. Maybe I'll bring back some of that glow from the foundation. And while I let that absorb into my skin, let's go ahead and finish up these eyes. I'm going to take a Refa 01 with that same transition shade we used, and I'm going up underneath my eyes with that. Taking a Sonia G flat definer brush, and I'm going with the deeper shade just for the outer corner of the bottom, and of course you want to line it up with the deeper shade at the top. I did a full video on the Chanel bronzer and highlighter. Like, this highlighter is everything, guys. I just want to show you guys again if you missed it. And then I have the Bron Rosé blush. I did a full video showing you guys these products, so I'm not going to use those. I'm taking the Hourglass Ambient Lighting 3 palette. I'm going to go into this middle shade here as bronzer. Look, my favorite bronzer brush is actually clean. It's never clean, guys, but I've been using a different bronzer brush, and I actually have dirty brushes. I'm surprised this ain't dirty. But this is my Refa number 22. I'm taking that into that middle shade, which is supposed to be a bronzer for us gals. So I'm going to take that here. That definitely added more dimension in my face, but I don't know if I like the tone of it. And it could be that freaking powder. I think that powder is just distorting my view of everything right now. Even though it is a nice, that Chanel powder is nice, it's just not the shade that I wanted it to be. But these ambient lighting powders are actually going to bring my face back to life with like that little bit of glow and dimension. So I do like that. Let's see if I can tap that lighter shade underneath my eyes. No, that's not giving any kind of lightness. I thought it would lighten it up a little bit, but no. That ain't doing nothing. So this would be more like an all over setting powder for me as well. Probably one that's like more of my skin tone where it wouldn't shift the shade of my makeup just like that Chanel one did. But you live and you learn. Let's go into the highlighter. I just can't stop using this ABH brush. So I'm taking that with this, what is this? This is called the Prismatic Strobe Light. Let's see what we're given. Oh, this is definitely more of a golden. Oh, like sunset golden. Okay. Where the merit that I had underneath is a little bit more lighter, so I definitely see the difference with this on top. Oh, that looks good on the top lip though. That looks good there. Oh, I guess I am gonna take the Chanel blush because I don't have another blush out here. Alright, so we're gonna take Burn Rosé. I'm just taking that same brush that I've been using for freaking all those powders. And like I said, this one is buildable. So if I wanted to keep layering this and get more intense pigment, I definitely can. You definitely see the gold in that highlight though. That highlight is no joke. That Prismatic Strobe Light. Let's do another once over with my Peach and Lily. I'm gonna take the Dior Backstage. This is the Powder No Powder. I just want to go over my face all over just to make sure everything is nicely blended in. As somebody with dry skin, you would think I wouldn't be using like so many powders, right? But I love it. I just love powder products. I usually use powder foundation. Like when I go to work, it'll usually be a powder foundation because I just feel like it's so much easier to apply. Oh, in case you wanted to know, I started off the video with the Makeup by Mario Apricot Glow. This is one of their like, ooh, I can't see that. Some plumping lip balm that he has. That's what I had on my lips to begin the video with. But it's not necessarily pumping. Like, I think in my whole video, or one of these recent videos that I posted, I told you guys that I had applied this and then I went into the living room and I started feeling like the tingling. It's just like a menthol tingling. It's not really like anything that's like potent or anything. Like I told you, them Fenty Gloss Bomb Heats, them joints is potent and you'll definitely feel more of a tingle with those. But I'm taking the Charlotte Tilbury number 2 that I purchased just to add some brightness up under here. I just do prefer a brighter under eye a little bit. Like it don't have to be so bright, but I like contrast on my face and dimension. Plus my eye was watering because of my allergy. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Alright guys, so I did change my hair and I sprayed my Urban Decay All Nighter Vitamin C on top just to lock everything in because that Peach and Lily is more like a, you know, a refreshing mist where I wanted to actually lock it in. I am happy because I'm going to pick up my car. Oh my goodness, I had to, my car's been in the shop for the last, what, 2.5 weeks now? Maybe tomorrow's about to be Saturday, so maybe 3 weeks at this point. So I'm excited to get my baby back. And yeah, so let me go ahead and finish up this face. I'm going to use this Chanel Le Rouge. This is the Chanel Le Rouge Duo. And it's their Ultra Wear Liquid Lip Color. I have mine in the shade 69 Tender Beige. Before I go in with the actual lip product, I want to take my MAC pencil. This one is in the shade Nightgale. Alright, so the lips align with that MAC Nightgale, and now I'm taking this color. I'm excited about this. So let's see, we have one side, which is the lip color. It's kind of sheer, but maybe because of that lip liner is so potent. So built up is really pretty actually, but I'm gonna just let that dry down a little bit. Alright, so it's a little sticky, but before I let it dry down fully, I'm gonna go ahead with this side, which is the clear gloss, and it's supposed to lock in the color and make it transfer proof. I'm not mad at this at all. Alright guys, so this is the finished product here. let's do like a quick little recap of the products that I use. I have the foundation here, the #1 de Chanel. It looks really good. I like the fact that it's a good match for me. There's a little bit of luminosity, like everything looks nice and smooth on my skin, but honestly I think that is this powder, this Chanel Universal Natural Finish Loose Powder. Even though I felt like it deepened up my makeup a little bit, now that everything is settled in and I sprayed my face and everything, I feel like it's actually a pretty good match. It'd probably be a better match for me in the summertime, with the summer months coming up, because that's when I get a little bit more of a tan. Because as I applied it, I mean, you probably saw it on camera as well, it did deepen up the foundation a little bit. But of course, this is the first time that I'm using the foundation, so I really can't give you too many thoughts on it. So far so good. This little Hourglass Arch Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel, I don't know if I would actually purchase it. I'm gonna actually use it again now that I finished my face, just to see what it actually, if it does anything to enhance the brows. Like I can feel it grabbing onto my brow hairs. It's not necessarily a bad product, but it's nothing that I would necessarily purchase, but I'm glad I got to test it with the sample that they gave me. The concealer wasn't anything new. Absolutely love this concealer, so I wanted to get that back into my repertoire. This Hourglass Ambient Lighting Volume 3 palette, I love it. I am loving that, like seriously. The highlighter, even though it went on like really gold, I feel like it actually toned down a little bit more as well. It's not as stark as it was, but that could be with me buffing and everything. So this is actually a winner for me. The bronzer looks really nice, and then the fact that I can use this top shade. Actually, I did use this top shade. You didn't see it on camera, but after I sprayed that vitamin C all-nighter, I went to buff again all over my face with this top shade, and that is really, really nice. You know, there's just different lighting and dimension to my face, so I do appreciate that. This wasn't the Charlotte Tilbury palette. You guys know I am loving this. I like the look that I came out with again today. I like the look that I created the first time, so that's definitely a winner in my book. This blush, same thing. Like I've been wearing this blush out. Let me tell you, this whole week, I think I didn't even wear any other brush. I didn't wear any other blush except for this one here. So this is again the Chanel Blush Lumiere in the shade Brun Rosé. If I'm not mistaken, this is limited edition, but it is still available on the Chanel website. And I think that's pretty much everything else. That's all the new products that I use. I've been using this cream bronzer from Chanel. I do like to use it more on like my natural days where I'm not putting so much stuff on top of it, because then it can get lost underneath everything that I can put on top of it. But like if I'm doing just like a basic moisturize and set face, then I can definitely use that cream bronzer a little bit more, and you'll see, you know, you'll notice it a little bit more. I had to go back on top of it with the bronzer from the Hourglass palette. The Dior Powder No Powder, another one of my favorites from last year that I discovered. I started with the shade 6N, which I'll use that again coming in the warmer months when I get a tan, but 5N is perfect for me like on an everyday basis with my normal skin tone. This Chanel lip product looks nice and juicy on the lips. I really like the way it looks, and we shouldn't have any issues with like transfer or anything. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. Again, this is the first time that I'm actually trying this product, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted in upcoming videos. So yeah guys, that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you think about the finished look and any of these products that I used in this video. I want to hear your thoughts and comments. Let me know if you tried them. If you're interested in the products, if you want to try them out, let me know down in the comment section below, or your experiences that you've had if you have them already. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, this Get Ready With Me video, where we featured, you know, quite a bit of luxury products. I love makeup, anything from drugstore to high-end. I want it all. I love to try new makeup, new products, and share my thoughts with you guys. So if you like these kind of videos and you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the KSquad, and I hope to catch each and every one of you on the next video. Until next time, y'all stay blessed. Later, y'all.